Okay, so now that you are all warmed up, you're going to divide into groups to give your presentations about your classroom observations. Okay, you knew this was coming today. I want you to be exactly in groups of 4. There should be 7 groups of 4 because I'm going to give each person a role. And the way that it works, this is also something that you can use with your students, especially if you have students of different levels. Because the way that the role cards that I'm going to give you work, they're scaffolded so that the tasks, some of the tasks are easier and some of the tasks are more difficult. So if you give the easiest task to the lowest level student, they'll have 3 chances to see the hardest task being modeled before it's their turn to perform it. So basically the way that it works, and I will exit this to show you. No, not that. Okay. There we go. So you're going to have these cards, and let me give it to you in landscape. Oh, this did not work. Let me just do this instead. Okay. You'll have these roll cards. I have a copy for everybody, but right now you'll just get one for each group of 4. And they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. The number 1 roll is the easiest. Okay? That is just the timekeeper. So the person who is being the timekeeper should keep an eye on how much time the person is talking. They should only give 5 minutes total per person, and they should give a heads up when there's 2 minutes left, 1 minute left. Okay, pretty much anyone can do that, okay, if you're using this with your students. The second role is the language manager. This person is responsible for being sure the group is working in English and encouraging English use. Okay? The third role is the reporter. That is the person who will be taking brief notes on the presentations and be prepared to share their notes at the end. And the fourth role is the facilitator. That person should be keeping the group on task, making sure that the task is completed, being sure everyone is cooperating and respecting the ideas of all the members at the table, okay? So for you guys, this is more to understand how the task works so that you can use this with your students. So right now, what I would like you to do is be in groups of 4. It is better if you are at a table with people you did not do an observation with so that you can hear as many different ideas as possible, okay? So you can self-group yourselves right now, but no 4 people exactly per group, okay? Go. there and she'll come over here, okay? Just because Carlos and Luisa were in the same observation. Okay. So I'm going to give you this. Please try doing it just so you can understand how it works. So you'll put it down, and whichever number is closest to you, that's what roll you're going to do first. And then you just rotate the card to see what roll you get next. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay. So I find that this helps, especially like a lot of you have different levels. So if you start the lowest level student with number 1, all they have to do is keep track of the time, okay? But they can see what the other students are doing with 2, 3, and 4, so they get a chance to see it modeled first, okay? So please try to keep each person's report to 5 minutes, all right? As you do this, you are going to be grading each other, okay? The other people at your table will not see it. Only I am going to see it. So please, feel free to say what you're going to say. We'll go over this together before we start. You are over here because Carlos and Monica were in the Okay, so you're going to be rating each group member, but you do have 4, so if you want to rate yourself, you can. This is a type of rubric that I use pretty frequently that I just wanted to kind of show you. There are 4 categories, which I told you about on the original assignment, and there are 4 levels for each category. And you can see outlined there: preparation. Does the person have notes? Do they seem prepared? Were they able to answer questions? Okay, those are the sorts of things you have for preparation. Conciseness, clarity. So you were supposed to aim for around 5 minutes. Are they way over or way under? Is it hard to follow? Does it seem like they didn't maybe organize it very well? Participation and cooperation. That means, is the person doing the role that's on the roll card when they're supposed to be doing it? Okay. And presentation skills, could you hear them? Were they making eye contact? That sort of thing. Okay. So all you have to do, what I like about rubrics is that there's very minimal input required in terms of time, because all you really have to do is circle the one that you think best fits. So I like to have these, if my students are giving presentations in class, something like this makes it a lot easier for me to do grading on the fly move quickly, because I can just circle the one that best matches or underline the parts that match. You do also have a brief spot for comment if there's anything that you want to add that is not on the chart. Okay? These are anonymous, so please feel free to give whatever feedback you want to give, but you must write the group member's name on there.
The pair, the 2 groups, for example, my in observation class it was Thais and I. Supposed to put the names.
No, people at your table are just going to write your name.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one.
Just one. Okay. Does everybody understand how you're using this? No? So each person at your table is going to talk separately. After that, the first person talks, write their name down, and give them a score based on this rubric.
So I'm supposed to say what I've seen my observations to them?
Yes. Okay. So each person at your table is going to present what they saw in their observation, 5 minutes each, 20 minutes total. The name of the spot where it says group member name. You probably only got 2 because today was 2 Okay, are we clear now on what you're doing? So each person will present separately, 5 minutes each. Let me get you the roll cards because you can't do anything without those. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So whoever's closest to that number, that's what roll you're doing. Okay, so number 1, 2, 3, 4 first. So see how close number 1, that's what it is. So you won't be the timekeeper first.
Isso vai falar.
Eu entendi que esses papéis ele vai gerar.
You are.
A gente vai apresentar
Hoje, a nossa equipe do geral.
And then there's some
Is everybody good now? Okay. Yeah, so what you would do is just rotate it out together.
Who's gonna talk with you once they give the other First, I have observed Rachel side. She is an English speaker. She is from Forest. Ok, então eu vou primeiro, depois eu falo. Porque sou Rachel, afterwards, she was very focused on all the time. She wasn't trying to understand each
But you want to be sure you are emotional.
That she was representing like under behind she used to listen on the market before she didn't say students have two rights. The market is on the traditional place. Here, they had awards to give them. She always asked for
except she used a map of the universe and very interesting. She used a map to think for us. And she was also very focused on pronunciation. Explaining now let me talk about the biology. Reading, writing, the teacher Mary she was an she did a grammar review of simple phrases. Also an SAT student, and she didn't do formal so she used the main words. She asked, what is important? Yes, one she used written exercises, also requiring samples from the students. Every time she names, talk to the students, ask them, using their work, focus on pronunciation as well. And they had a reading quiz. So, all these two classes I have observed, I think they mostly use this communication approach, and they use the direct method. I guess there is something about reform.
They're talking about what they observed. I'm just going to walk around so you can hear a little bit.
The most important was community approach. Okay, and what are the two questions left? Two more, no?
Do you believe that this approach was successful in the class you observed?
Oh, yes.
In evidence, more than the students. In my opinion, the students should be more. The lights should be on the students, not so much in him.
So that's what I think, okay?
Remember which approach? Communicative approach he used the first one, the second one. The first one also used drills, I told you, cognitive and total physical. The first one used in this class. No girls, only boys, and they are in the basic level, totally basic. They speak more in Arabic than in English, so they teach all the time in English, and they are learning words. They can't make sentences, so I think it's a really difficult group to work. 7 boys, only men. And but I like the boys use her telephone, and they are like this in the telephone trying to watch the TV, and when she appears they oh yes, it was very funny. She told us this. She was very dynamic. The second class was native speaker Bob Palmer, level third level.
Okay, what you're talking again? He was very close to the students. The teacher made some questions and incentivate the students to participate first individually and after interact themselves. They started talking the same thing for themselves. The teacher helps with the pronunciation, vocabulary, made an exercise mixing the text to the figures, and the figures that are drawn in the board, some other figures. It was there in the book.
No, the students.
Observation because I prejudice was my observation. But after the test, we have a little of class. And the teachers are native speakers, very good. They use the communication approach and the
And both teachers were native speakers. The two classes were very different because the first one, the teacher was had organization.
What level was it?
Second. The class, the students were better than the second that I have attended. But the first teacher, he first put one listening class on the radio, second they stopped it, and then she took some papers hand out to the students, and then she did the homework. She passed the homework. The second teacher, she worked with boys. I hadn't thought about that.
Yes,
especially to check the differences.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, voiced and voiceless.
Yeah.
All right.
And one exercise I like when he asked, when I pronounce one word, it is the least one you show the hand. Your time.
The first observation and the second observation are the same. They use all the time the book. They always prepare some sheets of paper. Another thing that she did, she got all the...
I think now we'll stop since they still have 12 minutes of individual discussion and you can't really see much. We'll come back in a bit.